Alright, we are back. This is Saurus001 and we are going to play some Endzone, A World Apart. This has been a while since I've actually played this game, so we're going to jump right in and I'll see if I can remember how to play this freaking thing. Okay, we're going to go with survival, and turn it on to normal, and we're just going to hit next until we have a town. Alright, so for those of you who are not familiar with this game, this is an apocalyptic survival after everybody has been nuked. And you start with a small colony of people, and the idea is that you go around and you salvage things.
You know what we learned in the Endzone? Basic needs come first and foremost. We have to build up a water and food supply, and then...
Yeah. Okay, so anyway, the first thing that you want to do, check your radiation levels. Radiation levels not too bad over there. It's getting washed away over there, but what I want to do is put down a well, because wells are a good way of getting some starter water, and we need a water tower. So we're just going to chuck the water tower here, right next to the well. And then we have to start thinking about getting food and stuff like that happening. So we don't really have much water, we don't really have much food. We've just got some beans at the moment. So we're going to go to food, and we're going to hit hunting lodge and fishing hut. We're going to do both of these. And we'll just chuck one hunting lodge somewhere around here. I don't know where, it doesn't really matter where you put it, because it just hunts the creatures that are around at the time. So, and chuck that over there. And I would put in a pasture, but I'm pretty sure we don't actually have any animals at the moment, because we've just basically emerged from our shelter. And we don't really have any animals that we can use at the moment, so we're going to grab a fishing hut. I don't know if that's going to fit there. Yep, that will fit over there. Okay, great. Now we need to collect some resources, obviously, because it's going to otherwise it's not going to let us build anything at all, because we're not going to have any resources to build this sort of thing. So there we go, we've got water, we've got food coming, there's some wood and scrap at the moment, we've got some activated carbon masks, we need some radiation suits, the tools, so we're going to need to start producing tools pretty quickly, and also we're going to have to start gathering herbs and medicine and iodine tablets and all this sort of good stuff. This is what we need. We don't have any animals at the moment, but that's really to be expected. If we put down a pasture, we could probably capture some animals and start harvesting them. But until then, we have to do these resources, and there should be some people. Yep, there's a workforce of 4 out of 4 over here doing the gathering. And they'll be bringing the resources back to the bus, and the bus will be storing everything, and we'll be good to go. Yes, beans, beans, the musical fruits. The more you eat, the more you toot. The more you toot, the better you feel. So let's have beans for every meal. Alright, so just beans. That's all they've got left. They're starting to gather some berries and things now, which is good. There should be maybe mushrooms or something as well coming in at some point. I would like to put in a farm if we can, but we also need housing, because they will not reproduce if there is no housing. So we're going to find a nice little area to chuck down some houses, and we're going to chuck in like 3 houses there, turn it around, and another 3 houses. And that way they won't all be outside in the radiation and dying from radiation poisoning. But luckily enough, the rain is washing away the little radiation that there is on the landscape, so they should be able to do their gathering just fine, and if we really need to, we can clean things up. But they have activated carbon masks, which should provide them a little bit of protection against that sort of thing, but it's not going to be much, that's for sure. So what we need now is a scrapyard. The scrapyard needs to go in an area where there is obviously scrap. So you just chuck the scrapyard there, and you can change where it will collect the scrap from, but immediately you just want it to be collecting the scrap right around it. The next thing that you need is a recycler. It's good to put this over near the scrapyard if you can. And we need some storage for the things that we're going to be building, which is logistics, I believe. Yes, a temporary storeroom. That will do the job, and if we chuck that in there, then the scrap will go straight into the temporary storage, and the recycler will start processing it, and it'll just go back and forth, sort of thing. So that'll be good. Now the next thing that we're going to need is a market. The market is supplied exclusively by logisticians and serves as a transit hub for shipments of resources. The storage capacity for the resources can be precisely specified to make them available to neighbouring production sites or to meet settlers' needs. Settlers can visit the market to boost their confidence. That's a good thing to have, but for now we're just going to have to build this stuff because this is the basic stuff that we're going to need to get started. And in fact, we're not only going to need one recycler, but we're probably going to need 3. The idea of recyclers and things like that is that they make noise, so you've got to keep them away from your housing. All these production facilities, they make a lot of noise, and you've got to keep them away from housing at the beginning of the game, because otherwise people will get very, very upset with you. Lots and lots of clanking and stuff going on is not good for their morale. So we need a herbal hut. A herbal hut will gather stuff and gather herbs in the forest. The herbs are used to keep their health high, which is, obviously needed in the game. But first things first, we have to get in the water, the well, and we have to get in the hunting lodge and the scrapyard, fishing hut. That will be enough food to keep them going for a little while, but the herbalist hut will keep them in health for a little while. And you can start making medicines and things with the herbal hut. The research station and expedition station, it's going to take me a while before I can actually get these things up and running. Electricity is something that has to be unlocked through research, and decorations will actually provide you with location attractiveness, which will keep people happier. You can just chuck these down. I should have probably left a gap in between there so I could chuck some flower beds in the middle there, but too late now. So what we can do is probably put some hedges along here. It does take some wood though, but anyway, that's about what we need to do to start off with. So we're just going to switch it on to fastest game speed and wait until they've built all of this stuff. So they're running out of water, and for some reason they're not actually building that water thing, which they're going to need it pretty quickly. What I need to do is set priority on this, and I can't remember how to do that. It's been a while since I've had to set priority on anything. Let's just slow it down a bit while I figure out oh, you know what it is? I don't think that I actually have... I don't actually have any builders, so that's a bit of a problem. Okay, we need a well keeper, we need a water carrier, we need a fisher, a hunter, a scrap collector, and a refiner. or 3, and I think that's about all we can do for the time being, so we're going to have to speed this up, and hopefully they'll actually start building stuff now. Shouldn't have sped it up before I allocated the jobs, but it's a little bit silly on my part. Right, the water is coming in. Now the beauty of the well water is that it's only the ground that can contaminate the water. So with radiation and things like that, I'm not sure if you are familiar, but it will actually seep through the entire water supply if it's on a piece of the water supply. So you got to make sure that you can get some wells going, so the radiation doesn't really affect you. What you can do is put in a pier over here now that the radiation is not there, and you can switch it off when you're not using it and stuff like that, but I don't know why it's prioritizing that. It should really be prioritizing this. But anyway, we have water now, so we should be good to go. We're going to put in that water tower. We're going to get this scrapyard up and running. We've got a hunter's lodge. We should have some extra food coming in. Yes, so they're eating a lot of beans. That is going to be one stinky civilization. The fish are coming in too. We've got some mushrooms, so we're starting to get a little bit of food, which should be pretty good to keep us going. Now, the next thing that we need, us is complaining about there not being enough water, but there is enough water. Plenty of water here. Just need this so that we can get the water carrier to come and just drop it into the water thing there, and that'll be very handy if we could get that built. But first we need the scrapyard up and running, and we need these recyclers up and running. So we got 1 recycler, 2 recycler, 3 recyclers. What? And we're going to set these so metal, plastic, so that should do it. Once they start building that stuff, we should be good to go. Should be enough people. Yes, just barely enough settlers. I'm going to grab another scrap collector, and we don't need that many builders anymore, so we're going to put a couple more onto Fisher and Hunter. Don't need so many builders because most of the buildings are built. There we go. Yeah, baby. Right. Where are we? Okay, the temporary storeroom is going to be storing stuff in there. Now we want to set up a marketplace somewhere in the middle of this district. I mean, at the moment this bus is acting as the marketplace, but we're going to have a market so that it will make it more convenient for the logistics of the colony. We're probably going to need another water collector. Not sure if that's going to be enough water in the end. Oh well, we'll see anyway. So these guys, these bulls, we can actually make a pasture and put them in the pasture. The problem is it will cost us food to keep them alive. And at the moment we need as much food as we can get, to be perfectly honest, because, yeah, it's very hard to survive in a post-apocalyptic world. So, yeah, we're going to put in a gatherer anyway, so we've got a little bit more food when we have some more people. But as for now, we need this water tower built because he will pull water out of this well and chuck it in the water tower, which will make life a lot more convenient for the people. That's right, I forgot, we need a charcoal hut. We need a charcoal kiln. Now the charcoal kiln, you want to put this somewhere over out of the way, possibly near the recyclers, because this thing makes a lot of pollution and a lot of noise, and people do not appreciate that sort of thing in their neighborhood. Oh, they're all complaining about them being homeless. That's alright. What we'll do is we'll put in a few more houses, just a few more. We'll go here. 1, 2, 3. And then there should be no one without a home. We're going to chuck in one of these as well. Now, these things, they will not reproduce in one of these shelters, but it will hold the excess of your people that overflow from your houses, and it will stop the homeless happening. Alright, now, next thing's next. What do we need next? We should probably put in one of these scrap totems, because it provides a little bit of local attractiveness. If we chuck in some wind chimes as well, that will provide a little bit of location attractiveness as well, which will get their happiness up and make them more productive. Is this radiation? Don't know if this is a radiation cloud or just a rain cloud. Looks like it's just a rain cloud. And that radiation is creeping out a little bit from that, so I don't know, I'm not sure. But how are these builders doing? Yeah, so we got 2 out of 4 builders. We need a charcoal burner, so we're going to set up that charcoal burner as well. And we got the hunters, we got the fishes. That's fine. We should probably put in another well. Well, yeah, we need a... Well, let's chuck in a cistern, actually. Because a cistern will act like a water tower for the time being. Pretty sure you can upgrade the cisterns, so let's yeah, we'll upgrade the cistern once it actually gets built. And if we could get a jetty out here, well, we don't actually have it anywhere. The water carrier, see, that requires coal. We need coal because it filters the water from radiation and also contaminants and things like that. Now, we're having a little bit of problems here, and I think that it might just be because we've run out of resources. Oh, there's still scrap there, so we're going to say gather all resources. Oh, yeah, let's move this. We gather all the resources, and we're going to gather them over here this time. We need a couple of labourers. We've only got 1 settler that's not actually doing anything. It's a drought. Don't have enough protective clothing. Boost our protective clothing. Let's do it. That's right, we need a tailor's shop. I forgot about that. We need a tailor's shop. We need a tailor's shop. We need a blacksmith as well. We're going to chuck the tailor's shop in, and we're going to put in a workshop, because that way we can get the materials that we need to carry on, because we're almost out of tools and there is no protective clothing left, which is a big problem. And I think that is that. Let's a look. It seemed to be... Doesn't seem to be any radiation around at the moment, so I'm thinking that they might be okay for now. But we do need more water, so we're going to grab another couple of Actually, what we'll do is we'll put in a jetty, and we'll put in a well over here, and another one over here, another one here. That should be enough wells and water and stuff to keep us going, as long as we have enough resources to keep going, because wood is seemingly a problem at the moment. We need a forester's lodge, obviously, so we're going to chuck that in up here, and hopefully that will provide us with enough wood to keep us going and keep the charcoal kiln running and stuff like that. Now, we need that, and we need a technician, we need a forester, we want a gatherer. If we could get another water carrier, and we want some water keepers, well keepers. 3 well keepers should be enough. So hopefully that will be enough stuff, and we are out of tools. Great. I have stuffed this up because now that we're out of tools, we're not going to be able to build anything. Oh, we will be able to build stuff, but it's just going to take a long time to build anything. Also complaining about the lack of tools. Okay, fine. Plenty of scrap, we got plenty of metal, we got plenty of plastic, we've got plenty of cloth. We just don't have the tools to actually get going. Now, how do I set priority? There's got to be a priority thing. Production limits. What's the production limit like? Yeah, there's got to be a priority thing around here somewhere. When a child died, is that what just happened? Is that something that just happened? A child died. Metal tool. We need wood. Give me wood. I like the wood. Gather wood. Yeah, let's gather some wood over there as well. Three or 4 workforce doing that. Wow. Okay. What are you gathering? Nothing. Gathering nothing. Okay. I need some wood. Wood is good. Right, so we should have, yes, plenty of water now, so we shouldn't really be too concerned with our water supply. Alright, we've got a train wreck. This requires a scrap yard to be salvaged. So what I should probably do is set this field of work over here at the town, because that way it will clear out all the scrap in this area and I can build around here. Plenty of food, plenty of water. Now we need protective clothing, we need metal tools, we need activated carbon masks. Here's the charcoal kiln. We got the charcoal burner going. We're going to chuck in some more foresters, another technician, another tailor, some more scrap collectors. We have plenty of everything else for now. The charcoal kiln should be producing a good amount of wood. Yep, excellent. We got some tools out of that. Move this field of work out here further so that we can gather some more wood. Wood is good. We like it a wood. Right, so we're making the activated carbon masks now. These radiation suits require coal to produce, but then again so do these. That's plastic that it needs for that as well. Yep, okay, thank you. That's an activated carbon mask. Right, and everybody's used them straight away. Okay, we want the water filtration on. And you can be upgraded to a water tower now. We've got plenty of water. Production limit of 90,000. Should keep us going for a while. All these wells seem to be filling up just nicely. I'm going to chuck another well carrier thing there, and another couple of water carriers, another gatherer, hunter, fisher, and it's about time that we start thinking about putting in some crops, I think. Settlers with no protective clothing, oncoming drought, yep, blah blah blah. And there seems to be... Yes, there are settlers with no protective clothing. So I'm probably going to need to put in a secondary tailor as well. But for now, we're going to grab some more cabins because we want these people to breed. Your duty to this town is to have as much sex as possible. Alright. Another shelter as well. If our population figures continue, but need to supply, you can control the population growth. Yep. Yep. That's what I want. I want a whole bunch of new children. That's gonna be good. And the radiation is seeping out into my civilization. So there is a way to solve this. You select remove radiation and people will go to work removing the radiation in an area. But yeah, we need that radiation removed very quickly, thank you, because I do not want people to start getting sick. Sick mind. No, not that type of sick. Alright, cleaning up the radiation. Considering they have no protective clothing, they're very brave. Alright, we're going to put in another tailor's shop and another workshop. Oh, what did I just put in? I just put in another recycler. No, I didn't. I want you to start producing me radiation suits, and you can make me scrap tools. Those are scrap tools, yes, and that's metal tools. Good. Many of our settlers are getting older and older, Chief. A lot of them think the time has come to provide for offspring, so that our settlement doesn't go under due to overaging. We ask you to provide us with dwellings in order to have children, Chief. Yeah, let's do it. Sure, I can do that. Not really concerned about the aging populace. I just think we should get all this done. Okay, so I'm gonna say gather scrap here. So just need that scrap out of the way. I can put in some more cabins. Alright, what we need soon is decontamination posts. So I'm going to put one here, one down here, and one up here. Yep, understood, thank you. And we're going to have to put in like an orchard or something, because we're going to need food in the future. Orchards take a little bit longer to grow the food, but it should be fine. Alright, gonna grab a cultivated field as well. And what we would like is an irrigation plant, if it's at all possible. We're going to put it somewhere here, and that should allow us to irrigate the landscape for the food. So we're going to assign the irrigator. We're going to grab like 4 farmers, a couple more gatherers, another refiner, another tailor, and well, we're out of people. That's alright. Charcoal burner. So this guy should be able to produce radiation suits, and that will help my population to survive pretty well in this desolate landscape. So we've still got plenty of water, but the food supplies are starting to dwindle. And I think that that's mainly because this hunter is here, and what he should be doing is hunting over here. Now we're going to move this scrap and clear out some scrap if there is any up here. Yeah, we'll just clear out that scrap there. Population is dying. Right, so there is something that we need to do, and that is a herbal hut. We do not have a herbal hut yet. So we're going to chuck one down here, and we're going to assign someone as our herbalist. Ooh, we are losing population. There's not enough children to replace them. So we're going to grab cabin, another cabin, and to get all this. Yep, that'll do. And then this. Let's check their attractiveness level. Yep, they seem quite satisfied, which is good. Happier they are, the more productive they are. And oh my god, I just realised that this thing hasn't been producing scrap this entire time. Oh, that was foolish of me. Actually, what we'll do is we'll set it over here. Yeah, that'll produce enough scrap for the time being. Wondering why all my resources were getting lower, and then I forgot, you know, I have to actually have scrap to be used in the recyclers, and yeah, so that's no good. Refiner, I need another refiner. Let's grab a herbalist, and we want more hunters as well. Still got 2 builders. It's probably the same guys from the beginning of the game. 2 dudes doing all the work of the entire town. Alright, so it's probably about time that we start thinking about some research and some defense and stuff like that. So we're going to go with a research station and an expedition station in a moment. I think we're going to go with a expedition station first, because that way we can send out expeditions. What? What do you mean? Neck scarf and scrap tools. Oh god, okay. Well, I mean, if you want neck scarves, then have neck scarves. See if I can. I just thought that maybe radiation suits would maybe be useful. Like, just saying is all. Maybe a radiation suit might be a good idea. Just maybe. But you know, if they want to go to school instead of having protective clothing, sure, go ahead. You can do that if you like. Alright, cemetery. Well, that's right, we don't have a cemetery yet. Is there anywhere that I can put this? Because there's going to be people dying and stuff. And, people die and they just sort of lay about on the ground. People don't take that very nicely. They don't get very happy when that sort of thing happens. I don't know why. Like, what's wrong with having rotting corpses in your street? Baby? Alright, there's no medication, there's no herbs or anything like that. We have not produced any neck scarves. You're producing cloth. Alright. Maybe there will be some neck scarves in the near future. The school needs to go in as well. 100 happiness. Alright. Need a teacher, we need a mortician. And I think that means that we also need some more water facilities. So let's grab some rainwater collectors, and we'll grab a water tower over here. I'm hoping, well, you can actually service that area up there so you can collect that rainwater. And all this stuff needs to be done quickly. There's so much people being born, not enough water coming in, and considering it's a drought, it's gonna be even worse. Okay, whatever. Gather herbs to keep them healthy. Yeah. I am aware. What do you call a wolf that likes to meditate? A werewolf? God, anyway. That's right, because the irrigation plant's in now, so it's grabbing the water source and it's using all the water at the moment. I don't want you using the water. Off. Do not use the water. I need the water for other things. Actually, you probably can, but just keep it on that. We're not switching you back on until we have water again. See, the wells continue working throughout the drought season. That's the beauty of the wells. So even if you're on a desert landscape, your wells will actually save you. So if I chuck in another well here and another well over here, we'll chuck in a couple of wells here and here, we should have plenty of water. We're going to grab the well keeper, we're going to grab some water carriers. The farmers can go back to work, and we will switch this on, but we will leave it on medium, not on high. Okay, we haven't told these guys what they're to make. That is probably why they haven't been making anything. We're going to grab some pumpkins. Yeah, choose seed. Oh, I thought I did choose the seed, but apparently not. Okay, so they're going to go to work because we're running out of food. We're running out of food very quickly. Gatherer hopefully will keep us alive, and the fisherman, for the time being at least, could be enough. The hunting lodge should be able to do enough. just bored here. Oh, black oil. Alright, so we've got protective clothing. We need more protective clothing. Buildings built in water category. Assigned settlers to profession water carrier. 11 done. And buildings built in water. Well, pretty sure I've got enough water, but okay. So you want me to build another water thing? Where do you want me to build yet another water thing? Well, we'll chuck you down here somewhere or whatever. Like that. There you go. And I'm going to grab a couple extra builders on this job. And food supplies are very low. So what we should probably do is put in some more gatherers' huts and things. So we're going to go and grab a gatherer's cabin. And grab you out here like that. And this means that we have reached the point where we need roads. Because yes, up until now we have not been using roads. So we're going to grab a road there. We're going to go right through to here. Right through onto there. And we're going to go from there out to there. And from there out to here. From there out to there. From there over to here. So on and so forth, because these roads will speed up their movement to and from town, basically to anywhere. I don't know why I have a road going to nowhere there, but whatever. Yeah, gonna get this going up here. People are getting hungry, yeah. Alright, great, we've got water. Building built in the category food. Yes, so I'm just about to put in... Oh, I did put in a gatherer's cabin. So, we'll grab some more gatherers. Okay. Let's put in a pasture. I think it's about time that we put in a pasture. And we start capturing some animals. I'm just going to chuck that there. It's the time anyway. 1 o'clock. I'm going to have to go soon. I've got to go down and get my anti-crazy medication today. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've already got... Yeah, I've got 2 workshops. Enjoy your like, but I've got workshops and stuff, so... Okay, it's collecting the scrap down here. It's not completely out of scrap yet. But what we can do is move that over there, so it gives some better food in that area, because there's a gatherer down here using food. Alright, we got some food. Excellent. So, these need to be using water filtration. To make sure that we have water filtration for all that stuff. How's the radiation levels looking anyway? So yeah, it's contaminated water in this rainwater tank. Pretty sure I have some decontam facilities. Oh, this is not good. Some radiation in our base. So we're gonna remove the radiation around here if we can. Oh, that's not good. Remove the radiation, please. Oh, that's even worse. Remove the radiation. Do it. No! Stop. Stop with your radiation. Stop. Stop your radiation. Don't want your radiation. Okay, we don't have any animals here, but we've got the hunting lodge, and what we're going to do is we're going to tell this hunting lodge to hunt and capture animals. So that way we can put some in the pasture here, and that will keep us going. So I'm going to chuck in another decontamination post. Oh no, we do have one there, that's fine, but we don't have any decontamination people. We need decontamination people. And we need the decontamination kits, but they make the decontamination kits from here. Which means we need more charcoal kilns. We need charcoal, another charcoal kiln. Charcoal kiln can go in over here somewhere. And I'm going to get another forester's lodge out here. Because that's important. Okay, cut down the reforest. Yes, it's good. Don't have enough tools. Yes, we're still producing tools. Just be patient. Oh, that radiation. That hurts. Yep, that's bad. That's really bad. Oh. There'll be a lot of people getting sick. We don't have any iodine yet either. We're all in groups. Oh right, research station. Yeah, that's right. We need the research station because of the marauding horde. Oh. Is there any way that I can hide that radiation thing there? Remove radiation. Is there any way that I can hide that? Apparently not. Okay. Need more foresters. Oh, that's not good. No, we got plenty of foresters. Builders have to repair all the buildings now because buildings are broken. That should not be too much of a problem. Are you out of scrap already? Okay, we'll come up here and start scrapping that place. Production limit. We can increase that production limit for sure. Okay. Plastic, recycler, storeroom. How many decontamination kits does it have? Yeah. Alright, so I have to go into my injection and get my medication to keep me sane for another month. So if you enjoy these videos, please consider liking and subscribing to my channel, and I will see you all next time. Peace out.